Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is going to be our second review today. This is going to be on the Bass Pro Shops XPS Nitro square bill crankbait. You guys remember when I picked this up, I went out to Bass Pro Shop. Very inexpensive crankbait. Has a lot of the same features as some of the other crankbaits that you'll find out there. But it's very, very affordable. So let's talk about some of those features. Alright, you guys. So the Bass Pro Shops XPS Nitro square bill crankbait. I've only found it in one size, correct me if I'm wrong, but one size. It's got a length of 2.5 inches and a weight of 3/8 of an ounce and a max diving depth of 5 feet. Let's talk about some of the features that this bait has. This is a non-rattling bait, and I know what most of you are thinking when you see this bait. I mean, it looks pretty close. It's like right in between that kind of like an Excalibur here or the KVD. It really looks like the KVD, but this one has just a little bit more detail with the raised gill plates on it. But very, very close looking to like a KVD. The bills are a little bit different as well, but one thing that I notice about the crankbait is the hooks, the black nickel plated hooks, but they're thin wire. To me, they leave something to be desired because of the fact that they are such a thin wire. I can bend them pretty easily here. So if you've had problems with hooks bending out, you might want to replace these hooks because of the fact that they are a thin hook. I'm trying to show you what they look like up against that KVD there. You can't really see what they look like, but they're definitely a thin wire hook. So, and I'm sure this is a $4 crankbait, $4.29. So you're not going to get a lot of the high quality components that you're going to get on some of the other crankbaits. I mean, you can see it's got an oval split ring, but the split ring's all twisted up on it. See how it's not sitting on itself perfectly. Now, that's not a big deal, but it's, things like that, they kind of just show you how well the crankbait's built. And I was reading some of the reviews that people were writing about it on Bass Pro Shops, and they were saying that it's a great bait, but it has some durability issues. One guy was talking about the bill of the crankbait being not being very durable, and that's one part of the crankbait that you really need to be durable, because the bill is leading the way for banging into everything that you're trying to crank it through. So you definitely want this bait to be durable, but again, $4.29. So like I said, it's got the raised gill plates, it's got the 3-dimensional, it's kind of a holographic eye, I guess. The eyes, to me, seem really small for the size of the bait. I mean, they definitely fit into the cavity that they put it in, but it just seems to be small. The things I appreciate about the bait, though, I really appreciate the detail that they actually put into the plastic on the body, like with the gill plates and the mouth and the eyes. It's got kind of the brow on it, and then they've got the holographic 3-dimensional eyes on it. I really appreciate that stuff. I like the fact that they put an oval split ring on there. Now, why do people like oval split rings? I'll tell you why I like an oval split ring. I like an oval split ring because when you go to tie onto an oval split ring, you don't have to worry about tying onto the broken part here where it's actually not connected, and that's the part that could fray your line if you accidentally tie on it. So it's really, really easy to find the part that you need to tie onto. That's, to me, why you want an oval split ring. If you were tying onto a circle split ring, you might not be paying attention and accidentally tie onto the part where it's where the opening part of the split ring is. So what else do we want to talk about? We want to talk about the weight system. You can see it just has that one weight right here in the middle for the ballast, and like I said, there's no rattle on this. There really isn't a lot of features on the bait. I mean, I guess it has a lot of the same stuff that you're going to be looking for in a crankbait, but kind of just toned down, I guess. Another thing that I want to talk about is the floating. It floats fairly fast. It casts very well. It casts just as well as a KVD 1.5. 3/8 of an ounce, 2.5 inches, same dimensions as a KVD 1.5. Let's go ahead and do the measurement for you right now. So without the rings, it is just over 2 1/4 without the ring, and then with the ring, it's like 2 3/8 of an inch, and they're saying 2.5. And then with the bill in the last ring, it's 2 3/4 of an inch. So it's the 1.5, you guys. It's that same profile that you're looking for if you like the small, shallow running square bill crankbaits. So this first color I'm going to show you, they've got all the colors that you're going to be looking for. They've got like the Rayburn Red, which is crawfish boil. They've got the chartreuse blackback, the pearl splatterback, which is what we have here. So they've got a lot of the colors that you're looking for. But chartreuse shad, just like we talked about before, it's got that light blue scale pattern back and kind of the pearl body, same on the bottom here, with the chartreuse horizontal line going down the middle of it and the shad dot. So there's chartreuse shad. The next one we'll talk about is pearl splatterback. I guess it does have a little bit of pearl in the body of it, but you're not seeing a lot. At least I'm not seeing a lot. But the splatterback is just that black splatter paint job right there. And it's got a chartreuse, a very bright chartreuse belly on it. And then it just looks like a white side, but they're saying that it's pearl. I guess there is a little bit of pearl in it, but it's a white side. And then a bleeding gill and a shad dot on the back. And you can tell they both have red eyes. I think they all have red eyes. So there's pearl splatterback. And like I said, just so we can make sure that we have that comparison, that size comparison, there it is up against that KVD there that everybody loves. So you can see how much smaller the eye is on the XPS. I mean, it really is noticeably smaller. To me, at least. Anyway, my 2 cents about the crankbait. I actually liked fishing with this crankbait too. This crankbait it's just like fishing with the KVD. I mean, I like the fact that when you cranked it down, it floated up really quick and it got down to its desired depth fairly fast. I fish my my square bill crankbaits with mono. And most of you probably don't fish them with mono. You probably fish them with fluorocarbon, but I fish them with mono, so they run a little bit shallower. The mono for me helps me keep them up above the weeds, because a lot of the time I'm running these through weeds and shallow cover, and I don't want them to dive any more than they need to. So, you know, if a crankbait says it's diving 5 feet, I don't really, and I'm trying to reach something that's only 3 feet. I really don't want it to try to dive down to 5 feet, because it's going to get caught up in a lot of it. I want it to just bang off of it. I don't want it to like really dig into it. So, and if you use a buoyant monofilament line, which monofilament is buoyant, so if you use monofilament, it's going to help keep it up a little bit in the water column, as opposed to fluorocarbon, which sinks. It's going to want to kind of bring it down or promote the crankbait diving further. So just my 2 cents about it. Like I said, I enjoyed fishing with the crankbait. It's definitely got a place in my tackle box, and at $4.29, I mean, it's a pretty good deal. So but if you don't like the KVD hooks, you're not going to like these hooks. I can tell you right now, they're dare I say, they're weak. So maybe you'll replace the hooks and some of the split rings on it. So thanks for watching, you guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button down over here. And thanks for all the support, you guys. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. I think we're going to do we're going to start up with the 3 crankbaits that I've been waiting to do, with the Aska, the Fat John 60, and the I'm a Square Bill. And, you know, I still haven't got my ABT X, I think it's the X2 Square Bill crankbait from Tackle Warehouse. I still haven't got it because when it was on back order, after I placed my Tackle Warehouse order, there was another crankbait that they had just got, and I had to get it. So it's the that new, what is that thing called? Well, let me look it up here. It's that new Bagley Balsa B crankbait, and so I wanted to do that review as well. So I just had them tack that onto my order, and since then the ABT X2 Square Bill crankbait has come in, but the Bagley that I ordered, just one of them is back ordered, and it's back ordered till the 25th of this month. So they're not going to send the ABT X2 until the Bagley Balsa B comes in. So it's just kind of a pain in the butt, but whatever. So, but just so you guys know, I'm going to have another Square Bill crankbait to add on to our list of reviews before the end of November, and that's when we're going to start getting into rip baits. I'm going to do rip baits next. So thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support, and we'll see you later.